we're on to our week 2, day 4 review. So we're still talking about place value, and we've been adding and subtracting the past 2 days. So we're going to continue with that today. Number 1 says, in 156,443, how many times greater, this goes back to that beginning of the week that we did, is the number in the number 4 in the hundreds place than the number 4 in the tens place? Well, to go from the tens place to the hundreds place, I would need to multiply by 10. So the 4 in the tens place is 40. I would need to multiply that by 10 to equal the 4 in the hundreds place, which is 400. So my answer is 10. Number 2, which number sentence below is true? And just like we did on our day 3 review, I think we need to go through these problems. Okay. Although I can kind of take a guess, and I know B is wrong, because I can't add and get a number less than one of the numbers that I'm starting with. So I'm going to cross B off so I don't have to spend my time doing that one. And this one is a close estimate, and 4,000 minus 1,000 is 3,000. So the other ones are pretty close estimates, but I got B knocked out right away. So we can continue then. I had to borrow down to that 0. 10 minus 7 is 3. Oh, I can see right away that's not going to work. So I'm going to cross A off. I don't even need to finish that problem. I'll just leave it right there. Letter C is another subtraction problem. And again, I need to borrow. 13 minus 7 is 6. I can't do 9 minus 7, so we need to borrow again. 17 minus 9 is 8. And 8 minus 5 is 3. So C works. Okay, and just to kind of check why D doesn't work, my 2 plus my 3 is 5, but in my tens place is 4, and this 4 would give me 8, and I only have 7 there. So D does not work, and I just kind of checked over that. Number 3, which pair of numbers have a sum of 837? Again, that word sum means to add. So I'm looking up problems that when I add, I get 837. So if I set up this first problem, 6 plus 1 is 7, 5 plus 2, that matches, 5 plus 2 is 9, that doesn't match, so I'm going to stop my problem there. Number 2, 493 plus 464. 4 plus 3 is 7. That works. 9 plus 6 is 15. That doesn't work. Letter C. 715 plus 132. 5 plus 2 is 7. That works. 3 plus 1 is 4. That does not work, because I'm looking for a 3 in the tens place. And so letter G. 572 plus 265, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 6 is 13, 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. So I got that 837 there. Over to number 4. Ben had 6,217 building blocks. If he gave some away, 2,980 to his sister, how many does he have left? Well, if he's giving and it asks how many he has left, that tells me that I need to set up a subtraction problem. So I'm going to set up 6,217 minus 2,980. Okay. And I'm going to look at this and know that I'm subtracting, and there's no way that a 6,000 minus a 2,000 is going to get me 9,000. I also know that 6,000 minus 2,000 would be 4,000. So it's going to be less than that because I see here that I have to borrow. So I see that C is also going to be too high. So there's 2 that I can cross off there right away. 7 minus 0 is 7, which to me already tells me that my answer is probably going to be B, but let's finish it up and double check our work. I can't do 8 minus 1, so I need to borrow. 11 minus 8 is 3. I can't do 9 minus 1, so I need to borrow again. 11 minus 9 is 2, and 5 minus 2 is 3, so I do get B as my answer. And our last problem for this week, the number of marbles 4 students had is shown below. According to the chart, which 2 students would have 881 marbles if they combined theirs? So I'm looking to add. So I have Brian and Connor, so that's 349 plus 512. That gives me 861, so that does not work. Evelyn and Olivia, so 499 plus 382. It's 11 again. 18. 881. So Evelyn and Olivia work. If I do Brian and Olivia, I can see theirs. I'm going to estimate theirs. 349 is about 300. 382 is closer to 400. So that would be 700. That's not near my 881. And Connor and Evelyn, 512 plus 499. 512 would round to 500. 499 would round to 500. And 500 plus 500 is 1,000. Which is much bigger than 881, so that one would not work either. So that's our review for week 2, day 4, following our place value and number sense practice.